Guys, I have a lot of ideas. That's awesome. Things are coming. I need to get a grip. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Victoria. This is Renascential, my small bath and body care brand. And today we are doing something that I've been talking about for a long time now. It's finally happening. Before I get there, I know that I just posted last week, but in real time right now, I haven't posted in about 2 weeks. So let me just catch you up on what you missed. If you saw my recent kind of chatty update vlog, and if you missed it, it's here. I told you guys that I would be canceling a lot of my summer markets because it's too hot and I can't work in these conditions. So it is currently August 11th and I've had 2 markets this month and I only have 1 more left this coming Saturday. I'm pretty sure I have the same deal for September. I only have like 3, maybe 4 max, but I think it's 3. And October, toward the middle and end of October is when I'll start to pick back up my cadence of these and really ramp up November, December, the rest of the year. For the rest of the summer, the only ones that I'm keeping on my list are ones that I've already vetted and just know that they're super successful. I do well at them. Those are my good locations, yada, yada. Or ones that are night markets. So anything from like 5 p.m. later, that's all I have the energy to do for the rest of the summer. Besides that, I have been quietly in the background here working on a few things. I told you guys that I have a new product and a half coming sometime soon. And I did see some of your guesses start to come through. No one's gotten it right yet, which is both surprising and also kind of cool because now we get to just work on this together and I can keep teasing it a little bit here and there. I'm actually going to be ordering ingredients. I've been working on a new formula and I'm pretty sure it's ready to go. I have a little bit more testing to do, a little bit of tweaking that I want to make to it just to make it perfect. I'm almost at the point where I'm ready to start ordering, you know, my batch ingredients for that so that I can actually start stocking it and getting it ready to launch probably at that end of October time. I mentioned this before, but something that I like to do is kind of soft launch my new products at my local markets, mainly because it's a nice way for me to just kind of engage with the local community. And it also gives me a good chance to do some market research, literally, where I can kind of see how people are receiving it, how I should be marketing it, how I want to style it in my booth, things like that. And then also get some good photos for the website. That is something that I'm planning to do. And I'm hoping to have everything I need by the first week of October so that I can actually start fulfilling orders and selling it in person by that mid to late October. And then it'll be up on my site and ready to be sold to the public once November hits. All right, so let me think. We have reviewed markets in that timeline. We reviewed the new product. Oh, I did mention that half product. Your last little hint is that this half product kind of goes with the full new product that's coming. I'm planning to sell them as like a duo, but then you can also buy them separately and it'll be a new product category on my site. There's a few more little hits for you. Let me know in the comments if you have any more ideas about what you think it might be. I'm actually hoping someone gets it right because I think that'd be really cool. So leave me a few more guesses down in the comments. I want to see what you guys are thinking, if that helped any. What do you think? Okay, so today we're doing something that I wanted to do in here for a while. And guys, this is a big deal. This is a big deal. If you have seen my most recent studio makeover series episode, or honestly any of them, because I'm pretty sure I've complained about this in every single video, you guys probably know that I've been wanting to do something about this garage door. It is mainly for aesthetic reasons because I like to just cover up the door every now and then, but also I tend to work out here at night. I want to make sure that like my bright garage light isn't shining outside. I can't see out there, but people can see in. It's a whole thing. For that purpose, I have been kind of toying with different ideas to cover up this door so that I can have that privacy and more something cleaner in the background here. So I've had a few ideas. My first idea was to do a tapestry or a curtain. I was really kind of wanting like a full length curtain and I was going to actually put it on a rod up here and have it hanging so that I can open up or just like push one side over, push the other side over, and it looks like a massive window when it's shut, you know? Then logic kicked in finally, and I realized that if I hang a curtain rod up here, like I was planning to, the second that the door opens, because I do still need the door to open, it would tear down the whole thing. So very quickly I was like, oh, well, that's not gonna work. I thought about doing the same idea, but like having the curtain rod mounted to the door instead. That's not a bad idea. I almost decided to do that, but something, I don't know, it just kind of seemed like I was trying to fit a circle into a square, make it work. There are some other options I could do. So then I pivoted to, what if I had little cutouts? Like it could be a perfect little cutout that I can fit into this window when it's nighttime. That way I have the privacy, but then I still have the access of the door and, you know, all of that. That's also a really good idea. There's like enough of a little gap in here, and like I could make something cute, like little window fillers that could fit right into this little section and just push in there. But again, that still leaves like the whole garage door, which is fine. Like it's a clean white door. There's no damage on it. I again was like, I feel like I'm settling. I just wanted it to be like a blank canvas back here. And then that is when, in my most recent video, I decided I want to do a roller shade. So this was like a month ago. I decided I want to get 2 roller shades, one here and one here, because I have this bar in the center. So I need to make sure whatever I do won't, you know, affect the garage door from functioning correctly. And that kind of became the new master plan. The only thing with doing a roller shade is that most of them are kind of like white, gray, black, tan. You might get lucky and find like a natural kind of woven color, something like that. The options on the colors are a bit more limited, but I'm okay with that because you guys know I have other plans and ideas for how I want to kind of bring more color and personality into the space, and I'm working on that slowly. I'll kind of worry about that as like my last step, is really making it like fun and colorful in here once I get all of the base stuff done. So it's coming. But for now, having a nice, beautiful white background here that just looks a bit more fresh than just the garage door, it became the master plan. That being said, I would like to thank the sponsor of today's video, my new friends over at SmartWings. Guys, sponsor, we're doing things. When I decided that this was the new plan, I was ready to go ahead and buy something, you know, good quality in my price range, to go ahead and get that installed. And it was most likely going to be one that I just manually roll up and down. SmartWings saw that and they said, let us help. And they sent over 2 perfectly custom sized rollers that are motorized for me to install here in the garage. All right, let's talk specifics. I wanna show you guys exactly how I ordered mine and how it looks over on SmartWings sites, that if you wanna get some for yourself, you know exactly what to do. We are going to focus on the blinds and shades. Over here, you can see they also have accessories and then smart technology as well, so tons of great options. Look at all of these options, even down to like pergola shades. They have just about everything you need. Speaking of pergola, we'll get back to some of the other house upgrades and things that I'm just dreaming to do here. And thank you guys for your interest in that. I cannot wait to go through just some of my HGTV vibes over here, because a lot of things, I have a lot of ideas for the house update. For now, we are going to focus on the roller shades. This is exactly what I needed. So again, they have tons of options over here for you to choose from. One of the cool things is that they have all of these different options. You can even buy like a fabric sample kit, so you can see all of the different colors that they have available. You guys know me, I did go with something just white, bright, and clean for now, so I just have a plain white shade. But if you are looking for something that has a bit more of a texture or just a different kind of neutral color, they have tons of options to choose from, so it's really probably a good place to start to get one of these fabric samples. All of these are motorized. Every single one, you get a remote with it, and it can connect to your Amazon Alexa, Google Home, all of it. It's just chef's kiss. They have some that are light filtering versus some that are blackout. They have linen, they have PVC free, they have just about everything that you're probably thinking of and looking for. So again, all around, lots of choices, lots to choose from. Let me show you guys the exact one I ordered and how I configured my custom shades. These are the exact shades that I went with. The motorized roller shades, 100% blackout, because that's what your girl needs. For this one, it came in 3 different options: white, cream, and a light gray. I did go again with the white. As you can see here, the first thing that you want to know and decide is how you're going to mount them. The first thing you want to decide is if you're doing an inside mount or an outside mount, and it just kind of depends on your window or the look that you're going for, or your garage door. I decided to go with an outside mount, but either way, you can click this link here to learn how to measure the space and just make sure you get an absolute perfect fit. You can also do a side mount, I'm seeing, which is nice to know. I went with the white shade outside mount, and from there is where it starts to get really specific. First off, for my door, I have a 49 inches wide by 81 inches long space that I'm working with on both sides of that middle bar. So in here, I just did 49 and exactly 49, but you can get really granular with these measurements, and then 81 inches long. And again, on the dot. From there, they have a ton of different motor options to choose from. They have the Zigbee, they have an Alexa motor, they have Z-Wave Plus. Like, there's so many options, and of course these all have different price points. I actually just went with the standard motor, and it's actually battery powered with a rechargeable battery, and it comes with a remote that I have. For the valence, again, they have options here where you can get more of a cassette style. You could get the square, kind of a boxy shape. They also have a black square. I went with this standard one because I think it just looks the best for how I'll be mounting it, and it's kind of just like your standard roller. So that's what I went with here. All of these standard options are free, so that's just something good to keep in mind if you're trying to keep your costs down and things like that. Next up is the bottom bar. I went again with the standard option, but they also have this fabric wrapped one, which actually does look really nice. That's great. And it's only, $15 extra, so it's a good option. They have a white square bottom and then a black square bottom. I did not get a solar panel, but if that's something that you're looking for, they have that here. I did none. And then for the remote control, you do need at least one for the setup. That's something to keep in mind. I'm pretty sure I just did one of them. So I have two different shades, and I got one remote to install and set them up correctly. They have more options here. They have a black one. They have this cool like helix dial. This looks awesome. And then they have that in white and silver, or in black and silver. And then for the roll type, they have two different options. They have the standard roll back side and then the roll front side. I can't remember exactly which one I got. I think I got the roll back because I think it'd be nice for it to kind of be coming down the back of it, so it's like closer to the door. 99% sure that's what I did. I'm pretty sure I got the roll back side. And if you wanted to roll over the front, you can do that too. And for the motor side, I have two different shades for each side of the door. So on one side, I got it to the right, and on the other side, I got it to the left. And that's just kind of, depending on what side of the door it's on. So over here, it'll be on the right. Over there, it'll be on the left. And then the light blockers for this particular unit, they don't have any, so none. And that was it. For here, I just put in garage, studio, and then add to cart. So I repeated that process for the other side, which basically was exactly the same, but then I switched the side of that motor, and then we are good to go. So just in case you guys are interested, I have a specific link down for you in the description, which will take you right to this particular roller that I'm installing today. But then of course, like I showed you, there are tons of options on the SmartWings site. So feel free to check it out, link below. Let me show you what we're working with. So not only was it just super easy to order, it also was very quick for shipping. And I mean that honestly, I'm pretty sure to customize and ship them to me, it took like a week and some change, like maybe 10 days. That's awesome. And it's perfectly customized to my door. I couldn't be happier, guys. Let me show you what's in the box. So everything that you need to install this came right in the box. Everything is there besides tools, of course. I actually have my contractor coming over in just a bit, and he'll be helping me install these because if you haven't noticed, I'm a very, very picky person. I just want to make sure it's perfectly straight and level and best quality it could be. And he's got all the good tools. So I'm going to let him do the hands-on work. Everything that I need is in that box. And it was just like so fast, so simple. Here's your quick little sneak peek. I'll actually open this up and you'll see it as it's being installed. Then of course I will give you a final look at it once it's up. But for now, here's your little sneaky peek. And I made sure to measure it to fit exactly above here. So from here to here, making sure it doesn't run into these side brackets or this middle bar. And sure enough, It is the perfect length. I ordered them and then I like immediately was like, oh shoot, what if I didn't measure correctly? But again, they are custom made. So I kind of just, you know, prayed and wished for the best until they got here. And then I immediately opened it up and did that test holding it up. And it was like a weight off of my shoulders when I realized I did it right. I'm so excited. So obviously I'm like a kid on Christmas morning right now. I'm going to try to get back to work and just do my thing for about an hour until my contractor gets here. And then we'll get this installed and you'll see why I'm so happy.
Sorry?
Yes, good to go. Wow, I love that it just like blends in and it can be that undetectable. Oh, thank you so much. Love it. Love it. I'm happy that I went with the white ones. They just kind of blend in. Don't even notice they're there.
So you got a charger?
Yep. And then I can program the remote once they're all charged up, so I can do that part later. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Oh. Oh, guys, I am over the moon at the moment. They're perfect. The width, the length, the color, it just blends in. You don't even see them up there until they need to be seen, you know? And then of course you saw the test, rolling the door up, perfect. Hats off to me on the measuring because I did that one time and then I kind of just trusted those measurements. I am so glad these are the right size. You're supposed to measure twice and cut once. I only measured once and then ordered custom shades. So again, I got them, of course, custom sized, but then I also got the motor on both of them in different locations so that they'd work on both sides. So over here, I have it on the right, and over here, I have it on the left. I, again, forgot to tell him that when he started installing them, but luckily he just did the right one on the right side. That worked out and we didn't have to take anything down and redo it. I'm so excited for nighttime. Like, I just want to test them out and see how dark it gets in here because they're blackout shades. Moment of truth. I have nothing. I have nothing. Okay guys, like I told you when we were on SmartWings website, kind of going through the custom configuration, you need at least one working shade for setup. And then after that, you really only need one. I did get two, so it's nice that I'll have an extra, a backup for whatever I might need it for. Right now, when they ship to you, they come pre-programmed to the shade that it shipped with. So this one currently is pre-programmed to go with the right shade. This one with the left, that's fine. I like that I have two of them and that just works out nicely. But what I'm going to do is actually program them both to one remote and then you're able to switch the channel and control both of them from just one unit. That is what I'm going to do and that's truly the last step here. The amount of light that that's blocking is huge. That is so awesome. And then of course, now you can get a full look at what they look like when they're down. You see, I left a little bit of a gap here at the bottom so they don't go all the way to the ground, but they go enough. And that's really what I wanted. I didn't want it touching the floor. I was gonna say it's the little things, but this is such a big thing. Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm so happy. Nice. There are 5 different channels that can be stored on one remote, and I forgot to change the channel when I was just programming those, or the left side. So I thought initially my plan was to have channel 1 for one side, channel 2 for the other side, but I guess I typically will be moving them together, so it does make sense to have them both programmed to the same channel, and then I only have to push one button. So that was a happy accident, and that works out really nicely. So yeah, now they just work together. I could literally sit here and stare at this all day. I need to get a grip. Wow. All right, so that was super simple. And then I can do the same thing on the other remote just to like have it programmed. But honestly guys, the more that I'm like looking at these and playing with them, and I've gone back onto the SmartWings site and just looked at the rest of the options on there, and I'm like, okay, I think I'd like this for my dining room, this for my living room. I am beyond sold at the moment personally, so I can't wait to just like start getting the HGTV home updates going, because I got plans now. Oh, I have so many plans. In the pergola shades, we're gonna have some fun over here. Another cool thing that I just noticed when I was setting these up, you can also stop them at any point. So of course I got a long length because I wanted them to be able to cover the full door if, I just want that kind of vibe. But I can also stop them at any point. So if I wanted just the windows shut, I can just shut the windows instead of going that whole length down. I think we're done. I think we have done what we set out to do today, and I am over the moon. So, ooh. It's good stuff, man. That is good stuff. All right, guys, that is it for this episode of the Studio Makeover series. That was pretty much the last like big thing that I really wanted to do in here before we start getting into decor and just the more fun elements. So now that that's done, I'm ready to launch into a completely different side of the studio. It's about to start getting colorful and splashes of my personality and things on the wall. First thing that I want on this wall right here, I want to move up this little, I have a cork board kind of situation going here. I would love to move that up or to the side or something. It's just, kind of a memento holder at the minute. I'd like to put a map here. I'm getting more sales from people who aren't in my state, so I'd love to start like keeping track of where I've been able to ship to. I've shipped to Canada. How cool is that? That is so cool. I really want, maybe not a world map, but I will at least get like a US map, because that's typically where most of my orders are coming from. And then I have one order that's gone to, I think it was Vancouver. I'm going to confirm. Pretty sure it was Vancouver, Canada, but either way, somewhere in Canada, someone out there found me and placed an order, and it was so cool. But for now, I will be getting a US map, and I want to put it here so I can put little pins or something in each state that I've shipped to. That is, the first thing on my wall decor list. And then from there, we're going to start getting fun in here. I'm like looking around, making a master plan. Things are coming. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you loved it. Thank you again to SmartWings for sponsoring this update in the studio. That is everything I wanted and more, so much more. So I am over the moon. I'm obviously very happy, and I've got that link down in the description for you if you're interested in checking out the shades that I bought specifically, or just the rest of SmartWings site to see what else they have and if it fits any projects you're doing. But you guys know the deal. Please like, comment, share with your friends and your coworkers and your grandma and your cousins and your neighbors down the street. Share with everybody. Bring them all to the family. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.